Why does a football match last 90 minutes? Why not 60? Why not 100? And who decided that 90 minutes was the perfect amount of time to play? The surprising answer is, nobody simply decided it overnight. The 90-minute football match developed over time as the sport became more organized. Back in the early days of football, there wasn't one universal set of rules. Different schools, clubs, and regions could play the game differently. Some matches could last different amounts of time, and even the rules themselves weren't always the same. Imagine showing up for a football match, and not even knowing exactly how long you'd be playing. As football became more popular, that became a problem. Clubs needed a common set of rules that everyone could follow. That's where the Football Association, formed in England in 1863, became important. Football started becoming more standardized. And eventually, the familiar structure we know today began to take shape. 2 halves. 45 minutes each. But why split the game into 2 halves? Because football is exhausting. Players are constantly running, sprinting, tackling, changing direction, and making decisions. A halftime break gives them a chance to recover, receive instructions from their coach, and prepare for the second half. So instead of one long 90-minute battle, football became 45 minutes. Halftime, 45 minutes. And together, that's 90 minutes. But here's where things get interesting. A football match doesn't actually end exactly when the clock reaches 90. That's because the ball isn't always in play. There can be substitutions, injuries, celebrations, delays, and other interruptions. So the referee adds stoppage time at the end of each half. That's why you might see 90 plus 5, or 45 plus 3. The clock reaches 90, but the game continues. And there's another twist. In some knockout matches, the game has to produce a winner. If the score is still tied after 90 minutes, the competition may use extra time. That's another 2 15-minute periods. So the timeline can become 90 minutes, 105, 120, and then, if necessary, penalties. So why haven't we changed football to something like 60 or 100 minutes? Because 90 minutes has become deeply built into the sport. Players train for it, coaches plan around it, competitions schedule around it, and fans around the world know exactly what a 90-minute football match means. So no, 90 minutes isn't some scientifically perfect number. It's the result of football's history, standardization, tradition, and the practical need to give the game a clear structure. And that's why, more than a century later, the clock still counts toward that familiar number. 90 minutes. Now you know. But here's the question. What football rule should we explain next?